Hello, welcome to the channel. Today I have a request for my cousin Skylar. She has her dance recital coming up and she asked me to do a smoky eye. So that's what I did. This is more of like stage makeup for me. It's a little bit heavier, a little bit more dramatic with, you know, the smoky eye, the bold lip. And I really like the way it came out. I remember when I used to have to do my makeup for my recitals and it was such a fun and exciting time. So I was really happy when Skylar asked me to do this. So this is the look I came out with. I'm recording this at like 6 o'clock in the morning, so my lighting is insane right now. Like, I don't even know. I usually record in the afternoon, so that's why I got all this happening back there. And I'm not as lit as I would like to be, but hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. Okay, I kept this all drugstore because I remember when I was in my recitals, I was in school and I didn't have the money to buy expensive stuff. So everything I used on my eyes is drugstore. A lot of the rest of what I used is drugstore, but there were some things that weren't, and I will have everything I use listed down below, but this is solely on the eyes. I will tell you what foundation and lip product I use, but my blush and bronzer isn't drugstore. And I didn't film any of that. I just filmed the eyes because that's what was important. Okay guys, I'm gonna zoom you guys in, barefaced. We're gonna get into it and let's get into this smoky eye tutorial. Okay guys, let's get started. I am going to start, this is going to be only on the eyes like I said. So what I'm going to do is start with a eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to take the Milani one. This is drugstore, super inexpensive, and for me, just using a primer is really good because when you're at your dance recital, you're probably there for a long amount of hours, and you know, you don't want to have your makeup fade or anything like that. So I just think it's really important to use some kind of primer on your eyelid. This one's really inexpensive and does a really great job. So I just take a little bit on my finger and I'm just going to blend it into, or blend it all over my eyelid all the way up to my brow bone. So the key with like smoky eyes is really going to be blending. That's the whole thing, because you want it to kind of like travel and get smokier and get lighter and darker. You don't want it to be like these harsh lines. And so what I did here is I pulled all kind of drugstore stuff to keep it really inexpensive, because I remember when I was in my recitals, I didn't have a lot of money. I was a kid. So, okay. Next, what I'm going to do, and I think this is a really big thing with the smoky eye as well, is I'm going to use a base, and it's a black base, and I'm just using actually a gel eyeliner. So this is the one from Maybelline. This is in Blackest Black, but you can use any brand of black gel eyeliner that you want, because that's all it is. So you're just using this as a base. And what I want to do is take a brush. You can use your finger. I just get a little bit more precise application with a brush. And I think what I'm gonna do, let me just clean this brush off. Okay, this is just an e.l.f. professional eyeshadow brush. So this is $1, and I'm just gonna take a little bit onto my brush. It's not the best brush to do, but it's good enough. Okay, and I'm gonna start at the lash line, and see, I'm just kind of putting it, am I in the camera? How about that, Melissa? Let's be in the camera. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of start it at the lash line, and I'm being really messy about it. There's no like precision here, but I just want it the heaviest at the lash line and then kind of feather it upwards so it gets a little bit lighter. Okay, so you'll see it's the heaviest at the lash line, and again, there's no real, and then I'm kind of applying it a little bit lighter as I go up. So heaviest, and then feather it, kind of flick it. So you're gonna have like a black eyelid, okay? All right, and onto the other side, same thing. Heaviest at the lash line. I'm doing this kind of differently with my mirror on the side. I don't know if that's giving you guys a better angle or not. Let me know in the comments down below if that gives you a better angle. Rather than me looking down, and then kind of feathering it to pull it up. So I apply the most pressure with my brush at the lash line, and then it gets a little bit lighter so it's not as concentrated as I go up, but it's still, you know, it's still dark, it's still black. And this is just a base, so this can be a little bit messy. You just want to keep it on the lid. You don't want to go up into the crease area up here. You just want to keep it up. Keep it right on the lid. If you need more, you can go in for a little bit more. Okay. Okay. So now you have like black, black eyelids. Okay. Let me just get right in that crease a little bit. Now, close up my eyeliner so it doesn't get bad, dry out. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I have these two Wet n Wild trios that I'm going to kind of be using in conjunction with each other. So I remember when I was in dance that there were specific colors that I had to use for it. These are not the colors I had to use. I had to use pink and gray when I did my eyes, but you can use whatever colors you need to use or you're supposed to use. This is just what I chose to use because it's drugstore and these are super expensive and I can kind of combine the two. But it's really more about the technique that you're going to do. So I'm going to take this light kind of peachy color here, which this is in Silent Treatment. So I'm going to take this light kind of peachy color here, and I'm going to take it on a e.l.f. blending brush. It looks like this. It's just a fluffy kind of brush. And I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put that kind of above my crease, up here a little bit more. And we're going to do quite a few type of transition colors because it's really all about that blending. So you may not be able to see this too much because this is super close to my skin tone, but that's kind of what I wanted it to be. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of blend that in. And you have to work with the retail space you have. If you have, I have a lot of space here, so I'm able to put in a lot of transition colors. If you don't, then, you know, you're not gonna go obviously like above your eyelid or anything. So you have to work with the space that you have. Okay. Next, I'm going to go into the trio Sweet as Candy. And I'm going to go into this, this pink shade down at the bottom. And I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm going to do it a little bit lower. So a little bit of that peachy shade is peeking out on top, and then this is going to be what's next. Okay, so I'm just kind of blending that in. And then I'm going to go back into Silent Treatment, and I'm going to go into this bottom shade down here. This is a really beautiful, like grayish. It's like a purple gray color, but it works really nicely with a smoky eye. So I'm gonna concentrate this really now into the crease. So I'm not going up into the brow bone. I'm putting this nice and close to that crease and where that black blends. And I'm kind of doing back and forth but circular motions as well as I'm in that crease to really kind of blend that color into it. Okay, next that I'm going to do is take a flat eyeshadow brush. This is the $1 one from e.l.f. I'm going to stay in that Silent Treatment trio, and I'm going to go into this middle shade here, which it's a dark shade. It's not quite black. It's like a really, really dark black brown, and it has some gold shimmer into it. So I kind of like it because it gives the eye a little bit of dimension. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pat this, again, the closest or the heaviest at the lash line, and then kind of like feather it up, but be careful not to go above the crease. So again, I'm going to go like that right at the lash line, and then kind of flick and feather it up. And then what you can do is you can take a blending brush and kind of blend it upwards. So this is just the e.l.f. $1 one again. So I just made sure that it all kind of goes seamlessly from one to the other. Because I'm working with blacks, is I like to do my eyes first, in case there's any fallout that goes onto your face. And you can kind of go back and forth with your blending to kind of see how you like it. I'm just looking for another blending brush because I thought I should have one. All right, if I don't, that's not a big deal. Okay. So I'm going to go back into that gray taupey color again and just get it right in that crease there. And like I said, you can kind of go back and forth to get it how smoky or whatnot that you want it. Okay, so I like that there. I'm going to finish up my face and then come back to finish the lower lash line because that's also key with the smoky eye. So be right back. Okay guys, I finished up the rest of my face with some foundation. I just used those, Okay, so I finished up the rest of my face with some foundation, bronzer, blush. You know, use what you can or use what you like. I didn't actually keep that drugstore because I wasn't filming it. But for my foundation, I did use the Revlon Color Stay. I just think this is a really great foundation, especially for recitals and stuff because it's a really long wearing and it's a thicker foundation. So, but use what's good for you because like I said, this tutorial is mostly just about the smoky eye. So, I actually finished up the eye and didn't hit record. So I had to clean off the lower lash line. So you might see some remnants of it there. But anyway, what I did is, or let's finish, I'm taking this Almay Intense Eye Color. It's just a mechanical black eye pencil. You can use any one. Neutrogena has one. Every line has one. So whatever one you prefer. This is just the Almay one. And I'm going to line my upper lashes and just keeping it close to the lash line. This doesn't have to be super precise because we do have black on the eyelid and it is going to kind of blend into each other. Now I'm not doing this as a cat eye or a wing or anything like that. I'm just keeping this as like a normal, like my regular eye shape. So I'm just keeping this close to the lash line and just giving some definition there. Then what I'm going to do to deepen it up is, and I did this before and I wasn't able to clean it off, but I did the inner, upper inner waterline. Does that make sense? So I'm just gonna roll my lashes kind of up to expose it and then I'm just going to run my eye pencil kind of in here. Now, because I already did it off camera, when I thought I was recording, it's already black, but that's just a way to deepen that part of the lashes to help with that gradient effect. Okay, now for the lower lash line to smoke that out. This is really important with the smoky eye. I'm going to take my eye pencil and I'm going to take it in my gel eyeliner and I'm just taking the tiniest bit onto there. I mean, you're probably not even going to be able to see it, but I just take just a little dip of it in there. I'm going to pull down right here to expose my lower waterline, and I'm just gonna run that gel eyeliner in there, and you'll see it makes it super dark, super black with that gel. So it's kind of a harsh line there. Now, like we talked about on the upper lash line, is you want it to kind of get, you want it to smoke out. I mean, it's smoky eye. So I'm going to take, this is a set that they sell at CVS. Okay, so it's 2 pencil brushes, a bigger one and a smaller one. It's the Essence of Beauty line. I'm going to take the smaller of the 2. No product is on here at all. And I'm just going to pull my lash line down again to kind of open that up. And I'm just running this pencil along that edge, along that waterline. So what this does is it's going to smooth out that gel and that pencil, and it's going to pull it, see how it's pulling it down here a little bit, just naturally, and it gets lighter as it comes down there. So I'm just very, very delicately, very lightly, just running this pencil there. So there you have it. See how that like smoked that out? Okay, I'm gonna go on to the other side, same thing, my pencil with liner, with the gel eyeliner on it, and I still have some liner on it from the first time I dipped it in, so I don't need to add any more. And I'm just running this along the lashes, the inner rim. Okay. Oh, I kind of got a little bit under there, but that's not a big deal. And do you see the difference between the two, except for this little doohickey I got there? Hold on, I'll clean that up. So you see how this one's like smokier and this one's just like a straight kind of line under there. So I'm gonna take that pencil and I'm just going to run it back and forth very lightly. This is like probably one of the harder parts of this, because you have to just be kind of delicate about it. And it's like the weirdest part, because you're like in your lashes, in your in your eye. Okay, so just like that. Now to soften it a little bit, like on the upper eyelid, we have the gradient. We go from the dark black, we go up into that like grayish color and then into the pink. You kind of want to do the same thing. So I'm going to take the larger of the pencil brushes that's in that kit, and I'm going to go into that purple gray color here, which was the next color we had in our crease. And I'm just going to run that right under and kind of into that black that we blended down. So that's just going to soften it a little bit and just give it that gradient. You're not going to do all the other colors like you did in the crease, but that next color is really important to just kind of run under there to soften it. Okay, just like that. I am going to highlight my brow bone, so I'm going to go into Sweet as Candy. I'm just going to take a flat eyeshadow brush. Let me grab one. Okay, this is the Essence one. You could probably use what's in here too. I don't remember what was in there. It might be a sponge tip or whatever. And I'm going to go into that top kind of white creamy shade. And I'm just going to highlight right up there. This is a shimmery one, which isn't what I normally like to use, but for being on stage, it works really well. If you don't want a shimmery type one, you can use like Creme Brulee from Wet n Wild or any kind of white creamy type shade. This one just has a little bit of frost, but it's good for the stage. So I'm gonna put that right up in there. Okay, now I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. Get my eyelash curler. You can complete this look with false lashes if that's what your studio or whatever wants you to do. You don't have to. It always makes it more dramatic. I don't even remember. I think as I got older at dance that they wanted us to wear false lashes, but I didn't when I was younger. So I'll throw some on for this look. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express. I just think this gives really awesome lashes, so that's why I wanted to use this one. Again, use whatever one you want. I do recommend like a waterproof one. I know some people don't like waterproof, but I do recommend a waterproof one just because you're gonna be in lights, your eyes might tear, you just kind of want to keep it, you want to go for that long wearingness. So you can put a couple coats of mascara. Put a little bit on the bottom to even it out, because you do have some drama going on there. Okay, so those would be your finished eyes. I am just going to throw some lashes on real quick. Here's your finished look. I just finished it off with some red lips because that's what I used to have to wear for my recital, and I used the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in 02 True Red. What are you? True Red, yeah. It's really important to wear a lip liner no matter what color lip you have to do. If you have to do a nude lip or anything, just make sure you wear a lip liner with it because that's really going to help with the longevity of your lipstick. And I paired that with Milani's 05 Red Label. just because a lot of times Milani's buy one get one 50% off. So they do have different color lip liners that you can wear, and so then you can match up a lipstick to it. So that's what it is. I did throw on some lashes, like I said. These are the Ardel Double Ups, and they are in the shade 2, or shade. They're in the style 206, so they come in this kind of packaging. So they're a little bit more dramatic for the stage. I really like the way that this came out. This is not something that I would wear all the time, and if I was going to wear it out, I would probably wear it with like a nude type lip, not with like bold eyes, bold lips. I like to do one or the other. So that's my finished look. I hope you guys like it, and I hope, Skylar, I hope you have a great fun time at your recital. Sorry I can't be there for it, but I'm sure you will do an amazing job. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. If you did, give this video a giant thumbs up. If you have any requests for anything you want to see, leave your comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!